Like even his like newest music, he's still like his songs just about like getting drunk in a hotel and staying up all night, which is like shallow, but is I'd rather
Well,
hear
he's
about
not,
that.
he's not capping.
Exactly though, and that's important to me.
Evan, can we run this video here?
I'd rather shallow over cap.
Hello, Wisconsin. I'm Stephen Colbert. Do you want to vote in the 2020 election? Of course you do. Everybody knows Wisconsin is the smartest state in the nation. Well, I'm going to show you how, because it's time for part 4 of our 50-part series, Better Know a Ballot. Tonight, the greatest state in the nation.
Let's pause this. This has been said before, but I don't think most people should vote.
I've never voted on anything in my life besides when Mountain Dew did the Democracy. I did vote on that. That's the only thing I've ever voted.
That's
for
how they got you to vote.
Yes.
Was Democracy? Was that voting?
No, it had nothing to do with the president. It was just a flavor lineup, and like you had to vote on the one that stayed. And,
what did you pick?
Voltage won.
Voltage.
I picked Distortion, which is, if you know about Distortion,
That sounds like a Julian flavor.
it literally is Mountain Dew with extra lime flavor.
Was it like Turbulent Displace?
It tasted like you turned the saturation up on regular Mountain Dew.
It probably is like skew then.
It's like contrast.
Yeah,
Adding that lime probably makes it go like whoop, like skew.
or a CC lens.
Okay. Can we Evan the link that says Kim Classic on Clackic, however, on Fox and Friends discussing lowering the voting age? Can we watch that one? Are you ready to vote now that you're 18?
That is, the voting age is 18.
Is it?
Yeah, so they're trying to make it even lower than that.
Oh, I love this one.
Let's play the ad.
I feel like the
Oh, is this
best
COVID?
I feel like the best way to fight back to this like fucking heinous shit is just to not even care.
Well, this is the real COVID that you have to wear a mask or you
Like
die.
this ad, whatever fucking stupid ass video.
All right, we got video here. We got video time.
Washington, D.C. City Council now considering a proposal to lower the voting age.
Faggot.
18, and they're not alone. Similar bills now floating around in Georgia and Minnesota to do just that.
He's got balls in his chin.
Op-ed argues, quote, it is difficult to find a comparably compelling reason for further change.
Dude, imagine you're getting tried for like breaking and entering, and the jury is just a bunch of 16-year-olds.
Them highly qualified to start running in the public. So, should the voting age be changed? Here to debate, Democratic political analyst Rochelle Ritchie.
So this is black versus black. So now you cannot. I'm serious. This is it's equal. So now we're gonna listen to the arguments.
To vote. There have been tangible results as a result of young people interjecting themselves into changing the trajectory of our country. You had young people that were at the front lines of the civil rights movement, which led to the Voting Rights Act. You had young people that put pressure on government to conflict in Vietnam, and now you have young people in 2000
using morph cut on her.
for gun reform. I think many people are very encouraged by the voices of these young people.
So, Ed, I myself didn't realize I was conservative until I left home and I began absorbing the news, not yet filtered by my
Imagine
parents.
absorbing the
After I
news.
voted for President Trump, I had to delete my personal Facebook because I was bullied or harassed by my adult peers. So imagine
Evan,
being
can we
in high
pause it?
school and being bullied for...
You know what's fucking weird is I don't necessarily think that they've lightened her skin, but you know they'll fuck with skin tone.
Yeah.
Like they made George Zimmerman whiter. I've noticed a few times when there's black Republicans, they'll make them look whiter. They made they've changed. I know Trump is kind of orange, but they've made Trump. You can see what I've seen is that photos of him from the same event have a different hue or different intensity of orange, which, you know, it's not like a news photographer is setting his camera to have creative white balance mode turned on. So that means that they're doing something differently to color correct the tone of his skin. The Reuters versus MSNBC or whatever. And they definitely have lightened and color corrected these black Republican people when they talk on TV, which is crazy. That's like a thing. That's like if I was doing something to gaslight you, Like I was putting heavier springs in your keyboard or something. And when you mentioned it, I was like, nah, it's normal. What's wrong with your hands? Something's wrong with your hands, dude. That's just what. That's just insane. That's insane.
How did you just think of that? Like off rip, you've thought of that before.
I've thought about it, but I didn't actually.
That's really sick, though. That'd be funny.
That would be funny. But I understand, like, if you're in the media and you have to push an agenda and you have to lie to people, like, that makes sense to me, okay? There have been points in my life where I've thought, you know what, I could make some money by lying. Maybe if I tell my mom that, you know, whatever, that I did this, that I can get a $20 bill or whatever. Like, I get the motivation for the financial or the power motivation for lying to people. But this is, like, a step beyond. This is like the skin changing shit is like a psychotic. That's a psychotic move. That's my only point.
Dude, this shit smells so good.
With that shit?
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Dude, it's
I love the way that shit smells.
The way I think it's funny because
when you smelled, as soon as you smelled that shit, you knew it was good.
Well, no, I smelled the shit and I was just thinking about how complex the physical world is, and
well, there's a lot of complex shit.
That motivates me to not care about this because there's just like thinking about how everything has a smell makes me feel good.
Yeah, it is nice to revel in the richness of reality. Yeah. But at some point, a Chinese computer is going to stick a needle in your brain. Evan, can you press play again? I remembered why. Listen to her breathing.
Usual, your appearance, your weight,
Listen
or maybe how much money your parents do or do not have. And now you add to that your choice of candidate. If things changing the age could put minors in harm's way. Now, Democrats like Nancy Pelosi, of course, they don't see a problem with changing the age because, like colleges, high schools push that liberal.
Her mouth opens really
Evan,
wide.
pause.
Her mouth opens super wide when she does that, too.
No, they fucked with her audio.
Oh, you think they made the breast louder?
They fucked with her audio. Have you ever? I mean, you remember the Trump Hillary Clinton debate, and how Trump was sniffling?
Yeah, and they were trying to say he was off Addy or something.
Do you think a billionaire real estate mogul when he's talking is gonna be?
Maybe.
You think that's natural?
That guy's kind of crazy. So.
Well, he's got personality.
That's what I'm saying. He definitely wouldn't give a shit if that was just naturally how he operated.
No, they fucking set him up, and they set this chick up. That's why I put this clip in here, is because her breathing was so shocking. And that doesn't happen with a lavalier mic. If I had a lavalier mic on right now, you wouldn't hear that. That's not the same as this type of microphone. That's true, right? Yeah, lavalier mic, you're not going to hear. That's something that you have to an audio engineer has to do on purpose. It's fucking crazy. And you know, it's Fox, so maybe they're not doing it, but it's not crazy to think about. That's the type of way, that's what you got to start thinking about if you're going to be in the info war. You got to start thinking about every little detail, every detail tuned to fuck with your head, every spring in your keyboard set to a different weight. So you get used to typing, hello, my name is Julian. The keyboard feels nice and heavy. Then you type, I hate Sam. Keyboard springs are light. What's going on?
They feel dampened.
They feel dampened. How is that possible?
You change the switches on a few of them. Mm-hmm. On SAM.
Yeah, it's so heavy. You have to press. You have to grind your finger in. This election stuff is old news, and even we're going to be releasing this in 2 weeks, so it'll be even older news. But Evan, go ahead and play the cop military wife. Trump can't earn my vote just because he's Republican. Let's see what this hero has to say. This actual hero.
My name is Robbie. I live in Pulaski, Tennessee, which is a little over an hour south of Nashville.
I'm a real person, not an actress.
Christian home. I went to a Christian elementary school.
I'm a Christian white person, so you know I have credibility.
I have an elementary education degree. I was a police officer. I was a military wife. I worked for a Bible organization, and I'm now...
She's staring at the shotgun pointed at her forehead.
...at home and taking care of my elderly mother.
And I'm reading off a teleprompter right now, and that's not weird.
For COVID, as is my mother. My
You can
husband
just say
has
it.
been out of work since May.
We're not
due
doing
to COVID.
brain surgery over here.
I've always been a Republican. I remember President Ronald Reagan when I was fairly young, and he seemed like such a good, kind man, and I just assumed that that was what a president was. I remember
Idiot.
You thought wrong, bitch.
Dude, caring about someone's character over, like, as a president over, like, the shit they actually do.
Thinking that a fucking actor. Ronald Reagan was literally an actor.
Yeah, that's crazy. My grandmother will always be, Biden's such a nice man. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
what? Like, you don't know this person at all.
Yeah.
Like, he could not be any more of a stranger.
You got the hand in front of the camera changing the cue card? Man, this is credible. This bitch, first of all, this fucking bitch
dangling
is
her
credible.
baby over a pot of boiling water.
Army, and our first president showed strong learning.
I think her and Todd Nicholson went to the same.
Yeah, her and Todd Nicholson went to the same high school. Can you believe that? And unfortunately now Evan's getting food, so we can't turn this off.
That made him a good leader.
Can I just ash on the carpet? Why not? It's my carpet.
Yeah.
It's my ash.
Oh, almost.
Oh my god.
Almost slipped myself right open.
Why don't you adjust that couch so that's not a danger?
I'm just gonna.
You want to put a tennis ball in there?
It'd be funny.
No, it would not.
What the fuck is this bitch saying?
Evan, we can stop this right now.
What is she explaining the Deus Ex speedrun?
When I log on to Reddit / I fucking love science, I look at
All the science.
all the science that points in space that I can get, and I see the galaxy. That's when I know that Trump is a bad person who is not a good man like Ronald Reagan was, who cares about me because he is nice and warm. First of all, this woman, I looked her up. I did some research as I was going through my emails, and I realized that online you can look at her school records. She's never graduated the 4th grade. So that's the first thing I saw. And she's also, it's important to also point out, I looked up her record and I called the Tennessee police and I checked up on her record, and she's one of these female cops that fires the gun instead of the taser by accident. And they said that at the police department. They said thanks for calling. Yeah, she's an active duty police officer. She's retarded. Everybody on the force hates her. She's always accidentally shooting people instead of tasing them. Evan, can you play small female cop tries to arrest a man for riding his bike?
I am about to leave, but this don't
Give
make
me
no
your
sense.
ID so that I can cite you.
I am not going to give you my ID because I did not do nothing wrong.
Officer.
Adam 11 from...
Adam 11, we have a 416 on a male riding a bicycle.
You gonna arrest me for riding on the sidewalk?
And that's, if you're black, my tip to you is when you talk to the cops, do this. You by me, Bobby. Adam 416, we have a male on a bicycle on a sidewalk and we are arresting him. I can't let you go until I fill out my 416 form. It's 116, Adam 11.
This is what happens. This is what happens.
So one of the officers know me, so
You need to give me your ID.
excuse me.
You need to give me your ID.
Excuse me.
You need to give me your ID. Dude,
Okay.
there we go. MMA.
Letter. Hey, it's good.
MMA takedown.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Don't touch me.
I got it, bro.
Don't touch me.
What a motherfucking mess we are living in. Look at this. Oh my God.
Chill out. Why is you touching me?
Hey, I got it. Hey, I got it on film, bro. It's all
Yeah, you
good.
got it on
It's
film,
all
so
good.
you
It's
better
all
not
good.
touch me. I didn't-
It's all good.
This fucking retard carnival.
I'm not giving you nothing.
Give me...
Bruh,
Let. Hey.
get off me. What is you doing? What is you doing?
Put your hands behind
What
your
is you
back.
doing?
Put your hands behind your back.
Bruh.
Put your hands behind your back. Now.
You hear her talking to you?
Hey.
Do you hear her?
Hey.
He started choking him for a sec.
Look at this fucking asshole.
Wearing a helmet.
He's got his crash helmet on.
Look at the top of his head.
We're.
Turn around. You call when you're in trouble. Bruh, I'm not doing nothing wrong. Now
You can pause it. If you're in a city, you have to get out of the city for many reasons. But if you live in a city long enough, I promise you, at some point, a police officer, one of these fucking people that walks in, oh, I saw the police officer was hiring. I'm gonna get a job at me, a police officer. Now I have a badge and a gun. 416, Adam, I'm 12, 416. You have to give me the 416. You have to do this. Okay? At some point, you know, if it's a white cop, whatever. It's the same thing. In a city, you're going to fall victim to this. You're going to cross the street at the wrong time, or you're going to make a turn without your blinker turned on, or you're going to be, I don't know, walking without a seat belt. You stepped on a crack. You stepped on a crack. You broke your mother's back. Show me your ID. Show me your ID. At some point, this is going to happen to you. This is just the fraying nerves of society. Cities are where the fraying nerves of society are at their most jagged. And racial or not, whether it's the racial stuff certainly does not help the situation. But if you live in a city, at some point, you're going to get fucked with by one of these fucking ass cops. And these female cops, no disrespect to anybody. No disrespect to anybody. And it doesn't matter what race you are either. If you ever catch the eye of a female cop, hope you wore your bulletproof vest. Hope you got your vest on, man. I am praying for you, unironically. You ever catch the eye of a female cop? Man, I hope you wore your vest. And I am praying for you, because that gun on her waist at some point is going to accidentally go off. Okay? She's going to draw it out thinking it's a taser. She's going to have her finger on the trigger before she's ready to fire. She's going to do this because you didn't put your hands up fast enough or whatever. Something you did made her feel threatened. You're taller than her. She feels threatened for her life. She's a female. The only recourse she has physically is to shoot you. And I just hope that if you ever get pulled over by a woman, you're wearing a fucking bulletproof vest and a Kevlar helmet. I hope you're decked out like a PUBG character, because that's what you need to survive a female cop encounter. And in my notes, I wrote that this female, the way she's thinking, and it's not her fault. It's not the female cop's fault, okay? Because in her brain, what her brain is naturally geared to think is, I'm going to chop up some carrots and broil some beef in a stew for my husband. But then society steps in, scrambles the message, and says, I'm going to chop up a citation for this dude on a bicycle. Court pays a fine. Shoot him. Okay? That's the way it gets scrambled. So it's actually not her fault. It's actually not her fault. It's the police training scrambling the natural message. Carrots, beef, stew, husband, shoot, fine, court, citation, me, power, belt, utility belt, taser. Woman, vagina, ovaries, breasts, mouth for sucking, gun, taser. Shoot, court, fine, court. Go to court. You breathed wrong. You went through the wrong door. Court. You're going to court. Court. I'd rather have ED 209 facing me down. I'd rather be looking down the barrel of those guns than deal with a woman cop. And that's for real. I'm not trashing women right now. I'm not anti-woman. I would rather be staring down the barrel of ED 209's blaster cannons than have a woman cop with her hand on her gun thinking that it's her taser. Like a fucking retard. No offense to women. They're mostly smart and they do science, and they're probably the reason why we have rocket ships. And they invented the internet and computers and also medicine. And women did all this. And they give top.
I gotta be grateful for women, because if there weren't any, that means I'd have to get top from a guy, and it's gay.
That's very gay.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You'd be like Elliot Page at that point. Yo, Elliot. You've never watched Elliot Hull, so you don't get that. That's okay. I do. Yo, Elliot. I love that. Let's get 1080p on this bitch. I love this. I love police activity.
Hey, I punched you in the face a couple times. I'll do it again, too.
I'll punch you in the face again.
Police activity.
I'm a cop. I punched you in the face again. I'll punch you in the face again. Did it a couple times.
Yeah, she fucking kicked me.
Evan, can you find the part where she is beating on this woman?
Kicked me twice. Don't, Grandma, let her go. Do not kick me. If you kick me again, I swear to God, I'll break your arm. start taking Xanax either. Good. Are you gonna stop?
No, fuck you, bitch.
Are you gonna stop? Are you gonna stop? Then relax and do what I tell you to do.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing this for? My arms are hurting, dude.
Well, then stand up and spread your legs.
I did spread them,
No,
dude.
you didn't.
What the fuck?
For those of you who've never controlled a woman, it's really easy to do. It does not require any sort of punching or anything like that, or any sort of flailing around. Literally takes like 2 seconds worth of upper body strength to.
Baby, you want to watch Toy Story?
Put a woman's arms behind.
Let's go to Ormsley
and make her stop.
I got crepes from Appleseed.
This is a female police officer, and it's a Spanish cop, so it's not a white cop beating someone up.
Did you turn me down?
It's a Spanish a female police officer punching I believe a pregnant woman in the face. Which, look, maybe the woman, maybe she is outside stealing and doing Xanax, and maybe she did kick the female police officer, but punching a pregnant female in the face is like, that's pretty insane, man. That's pretty. That's
what I call next level.
That's pretty high flying, if you ask me. And this all boils down, all goes back to the fact that women are defenseless. So if you put a badge on a female and you tell her that she has to go out there and physically control people, she's going to do this by punching them in the face, and if that doesn't work, pulling her gun out and shooting them. Jocko Willink talks about this on his podcast that I watch every episode of because I can't tell you what branch of the military I'm involved with, but the U.S. Marines basically look at me like I'm a god. So I have to stay up on what these little guys, Jocko Willink, he reports to me, but I always check on what his podcast is. And there's a thing they do in the Army. It's called a battle jab, and that's when you stab somebody with your rifle. So the barrel, the hard, extremely hard rifle barrel, hits somebody, and that's how. Prior to jiu-jitsu, that's how maybe they still do this, but that's how you're trained to calm someone down. If someone's resisting and you can't use lethal force, you're supposed to punch them in the face and use battle jabs with your rifle, which is insane. Whereas anybody with 6 months or a year of BJJ can completely control a normal person without hurting them seriously. The thing we didn't see in this video here that maybe with Joey, if you're paying attention, you can when you're editing this, you can put it in. This female cop, she's a big dumpy ass, and she's walking around with a big ass. And you know what I'm talking about? A big fat ass female cop with navy blue Dickies, okay? Work pants. And the stitching on these work pants is stretching. And the pussy and ass are marinating all day in the squad car, okay? And she's testing out the stitching with this big ass. And she's so fucking powerless to control a 120-pound woman that she immediately needs to whip out the asp baton and start swinging. Fucking retard. Evan, can you play the next clip, Female Begs for Life? Do not buy Zoom stock. If you have it, sell it.
A police officer
next time, let the ad play.
She's checking out a suspicious vehicle.
This is wild. This is wild. This is the pinnacle of female law enforcement.
What are you doing parked back here?
Here we fucking go.
Do you happen to have a driver's license on you that I could see?
He seems nervous.
She's on a dark road in the woods, solo.
You're back here? This doesn't normally happen?
The guy tells her he doesn't have a license.
I just have to make sure, you don't have any warrants or anything. Which I'm sure you don't.
Here we go, baby. Let's get female on that ass.
Is a fugitive wanted for murder. He gave her a fake name of James Duncan.
They're not finding a driver's license record for...
My name's James Dunkin' Donuts. How'd you come up with that name? Looks down at a Dunkin' Donuts cup. I don't know. There we go.
She begs for her life.
No, please don't do it.
They struggle.
I'm powerful. I'm equal to you.
From another angle, you can see the backup unit. As Officer Tedesco struggles, her backup opens fire.
Boom! Pop, 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 pop.
His real name?
Pow!
Martell.
My name's James Dunkin' Donuts. And I love Dunkin' Donuts. My name's Tim Starbucks. Shit! No! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! No! Yeet! That's that's like RoboCop or Terminator 2 right there. That's how I know I'm in good hands. When the protector who's protecting and serving me and issuing me a citation for my bicycle, as soon as danger breaks out, she's there with her rocket launcher going, no, don't kill me. No.
No.
Yeah. All right, let's play the next one till we wear out this angle. I want to see more female heroes who let little girls know that they can be president and astronaut.
As the Las Vegas massacre unfolds.
Get down.
Here we go. So this is how you know.
32nd floor, but Officer Cordell Hendricks on the floor below makes no effort to bring the bad guy down.
Officer Cordell Hendricks, during the massacre of hundreds of people, or however many people got capped, he's in the hallway. Super cop. Here comes Super Cop. You better watch out. Ooh, I hope I don't rob a bank when he's on duty. Well, he's a police officer, and he did his job, and he did a great job, and he's legally not responsible to help. They got confused in the hotel. He thought he heard gunfire coming from the other way, so he thought the machine gun's going. It actually sounds like it's coming from the other side of the building. Shooting a machine gun into a crowd. Officer Hendricks, holy shit, that's rapid fire. You better move quick, Officer Hendricks. Officer fucking hero. I can hear the automatic fire coming from one floor ahead, one floor above us.
Told investigators, I remember being terrified with fear, and I think that I froze right there in the middle of the hall. For how long, I can't say.
About 10 minutes. Until it stopped. That's easy, until it stopped. Here comes the hero. Here, pause, Evan. This old timer, what I respect so much about old people is the wisdom that old people have. So pay off your debt. So first of all, instead of getting $80,000 now and having to pay it back in 7 years with an interest rate that is nowhere close to inflation, so the value of that money in 7 years is going to be way less than it is now, not to mention the fact that you can use it now to make more money. No, pay that off now at extreme discomfort to yourself. Pay that off now no matter what it takes, no matter how much toil you have to engage in now. Forget the thing that you're doing, the thing that you're working on that's going to yield fruit in 10 years. The thing that you're doing now to set yourself up for passive income flows in 10 years, cancel that, forget about it forever, so that you can get a job at Best Buy to pay off your debt now. It really is the responsible thing. And because I'm because I'm so boneheaded. The cartoon, a cartoon of a ham and a ham bone? The Flintstones, that type of bone, okay? Because that type of bone is lodged in my head. So when I say bonehead, I don't just mean a figure of speech. I mean I have a Flintstones cartoon bone in my fucking old bald head. So on top of that, I'm so boneheaded, I can't see how cynical this next piece of advice is. So after you pay off your debt working at Best Buy, go buy a house at the top of the real estate market that you're going to be taxed on and you're going to be paying expenses to fix. Why pay attention to Elon Musk when your grampy is such a fucking genius, okay? And that's why I have so much respect for old people. And I don't think that COVID's a good thing because they should go fucking die. Okay? I don't think that COVID's actually a good thing because it's killing all these fucking old people that are sucking up 70% of the financial budget of fake money that I'm being wallet raped for. Okay, this is money I could be using to spend on sports cars. That's why I respect these old people, because this guy, Officer Hendricks, this gentleman, this hero, okay, do I need to say it? Yes, I do, because apparently you're not saluting the screen right now, because I have a sensor in the camera that tells me when you're saluting the screen. Go ahead and salute. Thank you. Finally, you're saluting. And I'll salute you back, okay, because that's what we cops do. He is using the old wisdom of the tortoise and the hare. So he could, he could sprint up there and stop the gunman from how many people? Evan, can you look up how many people were killed in that thing?
61 and 867 injured.
Wow, 61 deaths and 800 and what?
867 injured. 411 of those were from gunfire.
411 gunshot wounds, which is a life-changing, life-ruining type of wound to get. That's not like, oh, they lived, they're fine now. No, they're fucking not. So he could have sprinted up there. He could have sprinted up there and saved. Maybe he got there. Maybe he would have gotten there at the halfway point, saved 30 lives, and prevented 200 injuries. He could have imagine having the opportunity to save 30 lives.
I wish. I pray for that opportunity to be a hero.
So he knew, because he grew up in the 1950s and he watched television and he drinks Coca-Cola and he drives a Chevrolet and he wants to pay off his debt so that he can buy a fucking house. He said to himself, the hare would run up there but get distracted and take it easy at the side of the road and snooze because he's so far ahead. I'm going to crawl up there like the tortoise and slow and steady, and I'll eventually get there. And, that's really, I guess my main point is that's why I like Jay Leno so much at the end of the day. If you really think about it, Jay Leno and Warren Buffett are my heroes. Can you go back, Evan? Go back before that and then play it at 2x speed. With the audio off. Damn, he's hauling ass. One more time. Whoa. There he goes. Can you show some of the hallway stuff? So here he goes at 2x speed. Here we go. Whoa. He is not afraid at all to get in that firefight.
Imagine not just sprinting.
He's going. Here he goes. Fuck, man. Holy shit, that's rapid fire. What a fucking piece of shit. This is his job. This is his whole life. He wants to be the fucking hero, and now he's... Oh, my God. I hope someone kills this guy. I hope someone shoots this guy in the fucking head right before he dies of natural causes. Just to make sure he gets murdered. All right, last one. Let's click Texas officer fired. I don't know why I shot. Oh, my God. I love that. I think a lot of cops probably think that if the vehicle is moving, they have the right to shoot you, because it's like you're in a weapon that's threatening them. The vehicle is. Ooh, good, yeah, to the dome.
Yeah, she just shot someone right in the face. Are you okay? His face is blown in half.
No, the passenger's like, oh, he's like, oh shit, please don't shoot me. He's getting out. Imagine just running alongside someone's car, just shooting them as they're going away.
They're going like mad slow. Like the worst thing. Oh wait.
He's getting away now.
Oh,
shoot him again.
She didn't even hit him with the first shot.
She hit him, but he's running.
What's up with this guy? Oh, it's a cop.
Doesn't want to die. Oh, that's the car. Yeah.
Which one was shot? That one?
No, the guy that ran, I think.
Your incident has been updated?
There's RoboCop.
Incident alert.
Incident alert. You shot someone in a car while they were driving away from you. You shot through someone's window.
Imagine a
without
girl
thinking
trying to
about it.
break up with you and she starts walking away and then you just shoot her in the head.
Yeah.
It's like really easy to become a cop too. Like comparatively to other shit that you would
Becoming
think.
a doctor or something, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, it doesn't take.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Can you turn it up, Evan?
I'm gonna get in trouble.
What?
I shot it.
Looks like
Where?
The side door.
Do we know that yet?
Huh?
looks like a black male.
I said shots fired. I don't know. Yeah. I need to talk to Solano. I shouldn't have shot. Like, he just started to turn the wheel because I told him to get out the car, and I see him turn the wheel, and then I see his hand getting ready to take off, and I'm like, don't do it, don't do it. And so I'm moving over with him, and he kept turning, and then I was just like, shot. I don't know why. I don't know why I shot.
Oh, man. All right, you can pause it.
No, I'm good. I'm just.
That's like a perfect example of why police training is like bad. Like how bad.
No,
it must
it's not
be.
even training. It's this person. Like giving the power of life and death to a mental child.
That's what I'm
There's
saying, and the fact that she didn't get screened out.
There's no. Yeah, that's a good point.
The fact that
Look
she
at
was
her
able
face,
to become a
man.
cop.
Oh my god. It's so fucking fucked. One of my favorite videos, oh my god, is this guy. He's I couldn't find it, but it's a police activity video. It's this guy who all these cops roll up on him, like 10 cops, and he says he starts putting his shit down. He says, "I'm sorry guys, but I'm going to run. I'm going to run." And they're like, "Don't run." He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm going to run." And so he runs. And then I think a female cop shoots him as he's not armed or anything. And so he's laying there on the ground and he's like bleeding out, and all these cops are surrounding him. And it's like very clear that he should not have been shot. And the female cop is screaming, she's screaming, "You're okay," and like, "Keep talking to me." Like the stuff in movies that you say, "Keep talking to me, man. You're okay. You're gonna be okay." But she's doing it like she's hyperventilating as she's doing it, like she's really, I guess, worried about having just shot somebody wrongfully. She's like, "You're okay. You're okay." And it's the most like grating, loud, painful thing to listen to. And I was watching, I was thinking, this poor guy. Can you imagine, like, if you're dying and that's the last thing you hear is your killer, your inadvertent killer, saying movie shit to you? "You're good, man. You're gonna be good," in like a high pitched fucking female voice. All right.
Like when somebody will like suffocate someone.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be okay.
This has to happen. You have to. It's all right. Trust me. It's for your own good. I'm gonna kill you. That one we watched earlier of the woman from Tennessee claiming that she's been a lifelong Republican, wearing the shirt that says "Anyone but Trump," and talking about how she's a police officer and a military wife, and she's now anti-Trump. The second top-rated comment was, "The moment one gets it, they wonder, how did I ever support Trump? A humbling moment, but also quite a joyous epiphany." That's like 1984 shit. The moment you believe, you embrace Big Brother, is a joyous epiphany. All right. How long? What's our runtime right now?
40.
2 hours, 40 minutes? What the fuck? All right. Goodbye. You got any closing arguments?
Peace.
Pace.
Peace. Peace.
Let's hit some viewer mail just while we're at it here. Just one or two. Silver Fox Queer Movers, a moving company but gay.
Let's skip that.
NYC gay dad is taking TikTok by storm.
We've talked about that.
I know. It's in my notes here. Bad stand up. I guess that's what I did at the beginning.
Oh, I'm gonna kill somebody.
I'm gonna kill you. I want to kill you, and play with your blood.
And play with your blood.
I want to play with your
balls.
bones.
Not your balls. I never play with your balls.
I'd rip them off after I kill you.
Fucking kill you.
So I don't have to look at them while I'm playing with your blood. New segment, pretend a guest. First, pretend a guest as scientist with new info and new studies. That's where I pretend we have a guest. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is we have new studies and new information that sheds light on this old topic and makes us look at it in a new light.